Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. Today, let's discuss two problems on applications of differential equations. First problem. The current I and charge Q in a series circuit containing an inductance L, capacitance C, EMF E satisfy the differential equation L into di by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. I is flow of charges, therefore it can be regarded as dq by dt with respect to time. Express Q and I. Q means charge and I is current, flow of charge in terms of T, given that L, C, E are constants and the value of IQ are both zero initially. First, let's solve the differential equation connected with this problem. That is L into di by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. Let's solve this equation. This is a differential equation. L into di by dt, L into di by dt plus Q by C is equal to E. This is the differential equation, and we know that I is flow of current with the flow of charges with respect to time. Therefore, it can be regarded as dq by dt. Substitute here. L into d by dt of L into d by dt of I, and I is dq by dt. I is dq by dt. This is plus Q by C as it is equal to E. Therefore, L into d by dt of dq by dt is d square q divided by dt square plus q divided by C is equal to E. Now let's eliminate this coefficient L. Divide the equation throughout by L. This is to eliminate this coefficient L. Resultant will be d square q divided by dt square plus q divided by L into C. Divide the equation throughout by L. This is equal to E divided by C. E divided by L. This is what I have written here. D square u q divided by dt square plus q divided by LC is equal to E by L. That is the given differential equation. Now let's denote 1 over LC as lambda square, and this E by L, this is a constant as mu. Then the equation will be d square q by dt square, d square q divided by dt square plus, denote this 1 by LC by lambda square. This is for our convenient. Lambda square into q is equal to E by L, and E by L is denoted by mu. Now this is an ordinary differential equation with constant coefficients. And we know how to solve these kind of differential equations. d square q divided by dt square, double derivative, it is denoted by d square plus lambda square into q. Here q is a function of t. Q is a function of t. D square q divided by dt square is a double derivative. It is denoted by d square plus lambda square into q is equal to mu. This is the given differential equation. And its auxiliary equation is m square plus lambda square is equal to 0. M square plus lambda square is equal to 0. Then m square is equal to minus lambda square. Therefore, m is equal to square root of minus lambda square. Square root of minus lambda square is plus or minus I into lambda. Plus or minus I into lambda. These are the two roots. What kind of roots are these two? Complex roots. Therefore, rule number 3 is applicable. Let's apply it. Rule number 3. M is equal to plus or minus I into Q. Apply rule number 3. Real part is 0. Real part is 0 and imaginary part is lambda. Write the solution. QC is equal to, solution is QC is equal to e power real part times t. Real part is 0, 0 t into C1 into cos imaginary part is lambda. C1 into cos lambda t plus C2 into sin lambda t. E power 0 is 1. 1 into C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t. This is the complementary solution. Now we shall find a particular integral. Particular integral is denoted by Pi or QP. This is equal to Pi or QP is equal to RHS is mu. Mu divided by f of d is d square plus lambda square. What kind of particular integral is this? Type 1 or type 2 or type 3? Mu is a constant. Therefore, this is type 1 particular
Type
integral.
1.
Yes, type 1. Mu can be written as e power 0 into t. Therefore, this is equal to, what is the approach? Replace d by a. A is coefficient of t, that is 0. Therefore, this is equal to mu e power 0 t is 1 divided by replace d square by 0 lambda square. This is particular integral. Now write the general solution. General solution q of t is equal to c1 cos lambda t plus c2 sin lambda t. This is complementary solution plus particular integral is mu divided by lambda square. This is the solution. Q of t. Now we have two initial conditions here. The two initial conditions are, first, the value of I and Q both is 0 initially. Initially means when time t is equal to 0, both I and Q are 0. This is the condition. When time t is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0, I is equal to 0. This is the condition. Let's use these two conditions one by one. Q is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0 one by one. This is the solution. Q of t is equal to C1 cos lambda t plus C2 sin lambda t plus mu divided by lambda square. This is first initial condition. Q of 0 is equal to 0 means this is t and this is q. I'm sorry, this is t and this is q. Q is equal to 0 when time t is equal to 0. When time t is equal to 0, Q is equal to 0. This is the first initial condition. We use this. Substitute here. Q is 0. When time t is equal to 0, this will be cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. 1 into C1 is C1 plus. This will be sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 into anything is 0 plus mu divided by lambda square. Therefore, C1 is equal to minus mu divided by lambda square. This is one condition. C1 is equal to mu divided by lambda square, one of the two required constants. Next, one more condition is there. C1 is equal to mu divided by lambda square. Let's use a second condition. What's that second condition? When time t is equal to 0, I is also equal to 0. I means dq by dt. dq by dt, or you can write it as q dash of t. This is equal to 0. This is same as I. I means q dash of t. To obtain q dash, differentiate this solution throughout with respect to t. Derivative of q of t is q dash of t. C1 is a constant, keep it as it is. Derivative of cos lambda t is minus sin lambda t. Derivative of lambda t with respect to t is lambda plus C2 into derivative of sin lambda t is cos lambda t. Cos lambda t into derivative of lambda t with respect to t is lambda. And mu divided by lambda square is a constant, its derivative must be 0. Apply the condition. Q dash of t is equal to 0 is equal to, when time t is equal to 0, sin lambda t will be sin 0, and sin 0 is 0, and we know that 0 into anything is 0, plus C2 into cos lambda 0. T is equal to 0, therefore this is cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, and 1 into lambda is lambda. But lambda cannot be equated to 0, therefore C2 must be 0. C1 is equal to minus mu divided by lambda square, and C2 is equal to 0. Substitute these two results in the solution. Where is the solution? This is the solution. Substitute here. Q of t is equal to C1 into cos lambda t, where C1 is minus mu divided by lambda square into cos lambda t, plus C2 is 0, 0 into anything is 0, plus mu divided by lambda square. Here mu divided by lambda square is common in both the terms, you take it outside. As mu divided by lambda square comes outside, what you get within the brackets is 1 minus cos lambda t. Here as mu divided by lambda square comes outside, we get 1, and here minus cos lambda t. This is equal to, now substitute mu and lambda. You can do that part. Substitute mu and lambda. The values are here. See, lambda square is equal to 1 by LC, mu is equal to E by L. Substitute. Substitute and simplify. Mu is equal to E by L. It is substituted. Mu is equal to E by L. Lambda square. Lambda square is equal to 1 by LC. Therefore, 1 by lambda square, this 1 by lambda square is equal to LC. It is substituted. This is mu and this is 1 by lambda square. 1 minus cos into lambda. Lambda square is equal to 1 by LC. Therefore, lambda is equal to square root of 1 by LC. Square root of 1 by LC into t as it is. Therefore, Q of t is equal to, you just cancel this L with this L, EC. EC into 1 minus cos square root of 1 divided by LC into t. That is the solution. Q of t is equal to EC into 1 minus cos square root of 1 divided by LC into t. And further, what is required? I is required. I means dq by dt. You just differentiate this with respect to t. This will be the solution. Just differentiate with respect to t. For your doubts, you can unmute and ask. Next one. A particle undergoes forced vibrations according to the law x double dash of t plus 25 x of t is equal to 21 cos 2t. If the particle starts from rest at t is equal to 0, find the displacement. Displacement means x. X is to be determined. A particle undergoes forced vibrations according to the law x double dash t plus 25 x of t is equal to 21 cos 2t. First, let's solve this differential equation. X double dash of t. This is second derivative. It is denoted by d square plus 25x is equal to 21 into cos 2t. Here x is a function of t. Auxiliary equation is m square plus 25 is equal to 0. Auxiliary equation is m square plus 25. Therefore, m is equal to plus or minus 5i. Square root of minus 25 is plus or minus 5i. Now write the complementary solution. Complementary solution is denoted by xa. Here real part is 0 and imaginary part is 5. Therefore, e power real part times t, that is e power 0t is 1. You need not write that. C1 into cos imaginary part is 5t plus C2 into sin 5t. This is complementary solution. Now we find particular integral which is denoted by xp or pi. This is equal to 21 cos 2t, 21 cos 2t divided by f of d is d square plus 25. What kind of particular integral is this? Type 1 or type 2 or type 3?
Type 2.
Type 2 particular integral, yes, because numerator is a trigonometric function and approach is replace d square by minus a square. Here a is 2, therefore replace by minus 4. Resultant will be 21 cos 2t divided by replace d square by minus 4. Minus 4 plus 25 is 21. Cancel this 21 with this 21. Therefore, particular integral is equal to cos 2t. Now write the solution. Solution is xc, particular complementary solution. C1 cos 5t plus C2 sin 5t plus xp cos 2t. This is the solution. Now we have two initial conditions. If the particle starts from rest at t is equal to 0, find the displacement. At rest means displacement will be 0 and its derivative is also equal to 0. X is equal to 0 means x of t is equal to 0 and x dash of t is equal to 0 when time t is equal to 0. These are the two conditions. First, we shall apply this condition. When time t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. X means x of t is equal to 0. Substitute. X of t is equal to 0. When t is equal to 0, cos 5t will be cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. 1 into c1 is c1. Sin 5t will be sin 0. Sin 0 is 0. 0 into anything is 0. And cos 2t will be cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Therefore, c1 is equal to minus 1. Second condition. What is second condition? X dash is equal to 0 when time t is equal to 0. This is second condition. That means x dash is to be determined now. To find it, x dash, differentiate this expression with respect to t. Derivative of x of t is x dash of t is equal to derivative of c1 cos 5t is minus 5c1 sin 5t. Derivative of c2 sin 5t is plus 5c2 into cos 5t. Derivative of cos 2t is minus 2 sine 2t. Now apply the condition x dash is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. When time t is equal to 0, this will be sine 0, sine 0 is 0. This will be sine 0, sine 0 is 0. And here we get 5 into C2. Cos 0 is 1. 1 into 5 C2 is 5 C2. But here you cannot equate 5 to 0. 5 is never equal to 0. Therefore, C2 must be 0. C1 is equal to minus 1 and C2 is equal to 0. Therefore, the general solution x of t is equal to, this is the displacement. This is equal to C1 into cos 5t and C1 is minus 1. Therefore, minus 1 into cos 5t. Plus C2 is 0, 0 into anything is 0, plus cos 2t. This is the solution. To make a note of this. With this problem, we finished the first module. One module is over. Actually, this is second module. ಅರ್ಥವಾಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇದು second module? Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you want me to share my PDF notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I'll do it in the afternoon. If you have any doubts, you can ask or you can message me later also. This is third module actually, but for us it is second module, but it is in syllabus third module. Partial differential equations. Comparatively, this is a small and very simple chapter. Partial differential equations. Actually, what is the differential equation? Can anyone? What is the differential equation? We studied one big module of differential equations and its solutions. I told you in the first class itself what is a differential equation and what is the solution of a differential equation. Can anyone explain what is a differential equation? An equation involving both dependent and independent variables. An equation involving both dependent and independent variables as well as their derivatives is called a differential equation. For example, dy by dx is equal to x plus y. This is a differential equation. ಯಾರ್ದೋ mic unmute ಆಗಿದೆ. I will remove them first. dy by dx is equal to x plus y. This is an equation involving both the dependent and independent variables as well as their derivatives. Such an equation is called a differential equation, and solution of a differential equation is nothing but a relationship between dependent and independent variable satisfying this equation. Here, in case of partial differential equation, it is defined as an equation involving one or more partial derivatives of a function of two or more variables. It's called a partial differential equation. I'll give you an example. Say z is equal to a function of two variables, say x comma y. Z is equal to f of x comma y. Now let's write a partial differential equation. Partial differential equation is an equation involving one or more partial derivatives of a function of two or more variables. Therefore, del z by del x plus del z by del y is equal to 0. This is a partial differential equation. Z is a function of two variables x and y. A function of two or more variables. Yes, we have taken a function of two variables and one or more partial derivatives. So this is a derivative del z by del x, partial derivative with respect to x, and del z by del y. This is partial derivative of z with respect to y. Two derivatives are involved, and z is a function of two variables. This is clearly a partial differential equation. Let's consider one more example. So del square z divided by, this is partial differentiation, del square z divided by del x del y. This is equal to xy. This is another partial differential equation. What is the highest derivative occurring in this differential equation? Highest derivative. Highest derivative is 2, second order derivative. Therefore, order of this differential equation is 2. And what is the index of this highest derivative? It's 1. Therefore, degree is equal to 1. Second order, first degree equation. Let's consider one more example. Del square z divided by del x square. This is equal to del z by del y plus 2z. Here z is a function of two variables x comma y. Z is equal to f of x comma y. And two derivatives are there, del z by del y and del square z divided by del x square are involved. What is the highest order derivative occurring in this differential equation? Highest order. Second order derivative is there. Therefore, order of this differential equation is 2. And what is the degree of the differential equation? Degree is the index of the highest derivative occurring in the equation. That is 1. Degree is equal to 1. Second order and first degree differential equation. Next, one more equation. Say del square z divided by del x square is equal to del z by del y whole cube plus z. This is also a partial differential equation. What is the order of this differential equation? What is the order?
2.
2. Highest derivative occurring in this equation is 2, second derivative. Therefore, order is 2. And what is degree?
3. 3.
Oh, it is not 3. You consider highest derivative occurring in the differential equation and its index is 1. This is called degree. Second order and first degree equation. Clear? Formation of a partial differential equation by eliminating the arbitrary constants. It's a simple concept. Formation of or for a partial differential equation by eliminating the arbitrary constants. X minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square plus z square is equal to 4. This is the equation. Here z is function of two variables x and y. This z is a function of these two variables x and y. Like this, z is equal to f of x comma y. A and b are arbitrary constants. We have to eliminate these two constants, a and b. By eliminating a and b, we have to construct the partial differential equation. And we use del z by del x, partial derivative of z with respect to x as p. In all textbooks and question papers, same notations will be used. Del z by del x is equal to p, small letter p. And del z by del y, that means partial derivative of z with respect to y is denoted by q. You keep this in mind. Usually del z by del x is denoted by small letter p and del z by del y is denoted by small letter q. Let's construct the partial differential equation. Let this be equation number 1. Equation number 1. Differentiate equation number 1 partially with respect to x. Differentiate equation number 1 partially with respect to x. You know what are partial derivatives? Derivative of x minus a whole square. While differentiating partially with respect to x, y must be treated as constant. While differentiating partially with respect to y, x must be treated as constant. Derivative of x minus a whole square is 2 into x minus a. Derivative of x minus a whole square is 2 into x minus a into derivative of x minus a with respect to x is 1. Derivative of x is 1 and that of a is 0. Plus derivative of y minus b whole square with respect to x partially is, what will be the derivative? This is partial differentiation with respect to x. Therefore, y must be treated as constant. Y minus b whole square is a constant. Therefore, its derivative must be 0. And what is the derivative of z square with respect to x?
0.
No, it is
0.
not. It is not 0. Z is a function of x and y. Z is a function of x and y. Therefore, its derivative will not be 0. But derivative of y minus b whole square is 0. Derivative of z square is 2z. It's not a constant. X is there inside the z. Z is equal to f of x comma y. Therefore, z is a function of x. You cannot make that derivative 0. Derivative of z square is 2z into derivative of z with respect to x partially is del z by del x. This is equal to 4 is a constant. Its derivative must be 0. Now, 2 is common in both the terms. Divide the equation throughout by 2. Therefore, x minus a is equal to transform this positive term to RHS. That becomes minus z into del z by del x. Del z by del x is denoted by small letter p. X minus a is equal to minus z into p. Similarly, differentiate equation number 1 partially with respect to y. Equation number 1 partially with respect to y. Partially with respect to y means x is to be treated as constant. What is derivative of x minus a whole square?
0.
0. Plus derivative of y minus b whole square? What is derivative of y minus b whole square?
2 into y minus b.
Yes.
Y minus b.
2 into y minus b, and derivative of y minus b partially with respect to y is 1. Plus what is derivative of z square?
0.
It is not 0. Z is a function of y. Therefore, it is derivative is 2z into derivative of z is del z by del y. This is equal to 4 is a constant. Its derivative must be 0. Divide the equation throughout by 2. Let this be equation number 2. ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?